What's going on, everybody? I'm Terrence, and this is Bank Shipping. All right, everybody, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. If you're not up, like I always say, go ahead, get up, start that grind. We are down here in Abingdon, Virginia, just north of the Tennessee border. It's like 15 or so miles from the Tennessee border, the Virginia-Tennessee border. And we are at a ABC Supply dropping off some more insulation from my customer. Picked it up yesterday after dropping off a load, came back, picked another load up, and then left early this morning to get down here. About a 300-mile journey, so a little more than what I normally travel, but not much more. So it is what it is, but we are almost done getting unloaded. We got our straps and everything put away. So once we get unloaded, we'll go ahead, lift our axle on the trailer, we'll head out of here, and we're actually going to head down to Tennessee, to Kingsport, to pick up a load from United Rentals and take that to Delaware. So something different for a change. The only thing in this truck and trailer I've seen is insulation, so putting something else on the trailer makes me excited. You know, change is always good. So once I get down to the pickup, I'll get back with y'all. All right, guys, so we are back at the yard. I didn't record at the pickup because once I got there and got loaded, I saw where I was able to make it home tonight. You know, I thought I was going to have to stay out. So I thought this would be, you know, the first night in the sleeper. But actually, once I got loaded up and everything, I saw where I had like almost 5.5 hours left on my log. And then it was like 4 hours and 50 minutes to get home. So I was like, oh, well, I'll sleep in a sleeper if I can come sleep at home and headed back in the morning. So I ended up making the trek back home. And I talk about my log, you know, I am on paper, but I still try to follow the rules, kinda. But anyway, this is what we picked up. It's just 2 scissor lifts from United Rentals. I picked it up in Kingsport, Tennessee, and they go to Newcastle, Delaware in the morning. And then once we drop that, we got to come back to our normal customer and pick up a load tomorrow that goes to Maryland on Monday. So it's a preload. So yeah, you know, normal stuff. As you guys know, I love over securement. So, you know, 2 chains, that's not over securement really, but, you know, putting the strap over top, you know, I like to do that. I actually, funny story, had a state trooper tell me one time, I believe I was in Pennsylvania, and he inspected me, and I had some of the smaller forklifts, or some of the smaller scissor lifts on my Hotshot, and he had said something about, I just had him chained, and he had said something about me not having a strap over the top. And I was like, why would I strap over the top? And, you know, he was like, well, it's considered an implement, you know. So if you got a backhoe or a skid steer or something like that, where you got an implement, you're supposed to chain down or strap down that implement so that it doesn't move. Or if something has a hydraulic boom, something like that, you're supposed to strap that so it doesn't move. But this thing goes up. So I don't really know of any catastrophic failures that I've ever seen where that would go up because something failed. But that was his theory behind it. You know, I didn't get a ticket or a warning or anything for it. He let me throw a strap over each one, and that was a done deal. So now I've just gotten in the habit of putting a strap over them, just so that I don't run into that. I doubt that I probably will ever run into another trooper unless it's the same trooper, or somebody who learned wherever that trooper learned from. I doubt I'll ever have that again, but just I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I just throw a strap over it. And it does kind of help a little bit with the movement, you know, the bumping up and down the road and stuff like that. If you throw a strap over it, it kind of keeps it square where it is or set where it is, and your chains don't get loose. You know, regardless of whether you're spring ride like my old trailer over there or air ride like this trailer, the roads are total crap, so it's going to beat and bang and stuff's going to bounce and your stuff will get loose. So having this strap over it kind of helps. So it's not all bad, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit the road. Well, not hit the road, but hit the road home, get some shut-eye, and I'll catch y'all back in the morning. All right, guys, so apologize for the noise. The truck is still on, still got traffic flowing by or whatever, but we got that load dropped off in Delaware to load of forklifts, and then I stopped and got my CB worked on because it wasn't working. Come find out it was the antenna that was bad. So I still got to fix that antenna right there, because when the guy hit my mirror, he broke the antenna also. Update on that, the company actually did send me money or payment for the mirror bracket right here. You know, if you guys notice the dent right there, and for the CB antenna, they did make that right, so shouts out to them. I just gotta order that stuff, and then whenever it comes in, you know, shipping is taking forever these days. But after I got my CB fixed, you know, I gotta have that. If you guys don't ride with the CB, I suggest you do so because it's very helpful anytime. But anyway, I got that fixed, and then I stopped and got a truck wash because the girl was filthy. Ran into some rain yesterday, and so the truck was dirty, trailer was dirty, and I couldn't stand it. You know, presentation is a big key. At least for me it is. It should be for everybody in their business, any business you do. Presentation is key. I always say, you know, you wouldn't show up to a job interview or, you know, show up to a meeting with a big client in dirty jeans or sweatpants, you know, and a dingy oil stained shirt. You know, the same goes for your truck. You know, presentation is key. You show up, you got a nice clean truck. It don't have to be the best looking truck, but if you got a nice clean truck, people know that you take care of your equipment, and they feel a lot better about you hauling their equipment or moving their equipment or moving their product. So anyway, got that washed up, got the trailer washed up, got back to my customer, picked up another load of insulation that goes to Annapolis, Maryland on Monday. Super excited for this load because this is actually the first load of something that I've been working on for a while, which is trying to become dedicated for this customer. Now, I didn't get to become dedicated. They didn't put that terminology in there because they don't do dedicated, so they weren't going to make you know, like a special provision just for me. So basically what it is I'm dedicated, I just don't have the name. So what they're going to do is basically on the loads that I have to come back, like if I pick up a load and then drop it off and I have to come back the same day to pick up another load to either deliver same day or deliver next morning, what they're going to do is a limited contract is what their terminology is. So basically what they're going to do is give me extra money for the deadhead back to the customer to pick up another load. That way it guarantees that the truck is going to get there. It keeps me happy, it keeps them happy, because basically I told them, you know, I don't mind running your product. I've done it for almost 5 years, but you know, now that I'm in this, deadhead hurts a lot more than what it did in my Hotshot. You guys know I didn't hesitate to deadhead if I had to, you know, so I would get home. Not so much, you know, in this. You know, I'm not getting the same fuel mileage. I'm getting a little over 6.5 miles per gallon in this, and that's with keeping my foot out of it. It's just the 390 rears, you know, it makes me tack high in order to go highway speeds. I run about 67, 66 to 68, but it still sucks down the fuel, tacking that high, you know, about 1900. So, but I don't want to be one of those guys who are going 55, 60 in a 70 mile per hour highway. So basically I don't want to deadhead as much because that's going to hurt a lot more in this than what it did in the Hotshot. So I let them know that, and we, you know, been working on some things, and we finally came up with a set amount that they will pay me per mile to deadhead back to get their product. Now that's only if, you know, if I drop this load and I don't have to come back to the customer to get another load, they're not going to pay me to deadhead home. That's only if I have to deadhead back to them to get another load for the next day or the same day. So this is the first load that I get that rate on, because I take this to Annapolis, Maryland. I have to deadhead back, get another load that goes the next morning to Delaware. So basically on Tuesday I'll be going to Delaware. So really excited about that. You know, hard work pays off. Before I forget, I normally shut these compressors off, just because if they do, they normally don't, but if they do leak down, you know, that compressor would run to keep that pressure in the bags. And so that would be running off the truck battery, and of course the truck wouldn't be on, so I don't want to run the risk of draining the truck batteries. Not that I think it is, but it's just kind of like a fail-safe precaution. And you know, it doesn't, like, even if I was to unhook the trailer and those things would run, it'd be running off the batteries in the trailer, so then it would make the batteries in the trailer go dead. So I just turn them off completely, and then, you know, in the morning I'll turn them back on. I normally only do it on weekends because it's setting on the weekend. I normally don't do it you know, during the week, because it's only setting for a couple hours before I jump back in it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Like I said, hard work pays off. You know, this has been a long work in progress. So sorry if I'm rambling on, but I mean, I'm super excited about it. I couldn't be happier. But yeah, got the truck cleaned up. I did my end of the week ritual, which is, you know, sweeping my floors and everything like that. I got to get some wipes. I had some like hardwood floor wipes, but I ran out, so I got to get some more of those, and I got to get some more Swiffers so that I can, you know, dust the gauges and all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the week. You know, it was a good week. You know, I got to, of course, run my customer stuff, and then actually got to put something, you know, like you guys saw yesterday, got to put some forklifts on there. The forklifts did great. Trailer pulled great with it. I was super excited to put something else on the trailer other than insulation. You know, now of course that's what pays the bills, but it's kind of nice to move something else every once in a while, something different. So, you know, they were easy to pull. You know, they both fit on the bottom deck, so it was a nice low profile load. Didn't drag any wind or anything like what this, you know, what that top one does. But those are some of the shorter skids, so they don't drag as much wind as what the 8-foot tall skids do. So yeah, it's Friday, ready for the weekend. Ready to have a fun weekend with the family. Got some things planned. My son has football. So yeah, hope everybody has a good weekend. You know, continue that grind, continue to push forward to your goals. You know, continue to push towards that success that you want. That's the same thing that I'm doing, and that's why one of the reasons I created this channel was to help each other, help you all out, to help everybody out, because I've always learned that you can't really be successful until you help other people be successful. So this is my way of helping you all become successful. So, you know, like I always say, if there's any questions that you have, anything that you want me to go over, please let me know. Put it down in the comments. Send me a message. I have people text message me. I have people call me. And if you're one of those people, you know, I answer. I actually had a guy call me today about the Diamond C step deck. I actually got to text him back because I was on the road and I was on the phone talking to a bunch of people. So I had to call him back, and then I called him back. He didn't answer, and then he texted me. So I'm going to get back to him. But yeah, you know, it's all that's what I'm all about. I'm all about helping people, trying to motivate people, trying to see you guys become successful, because that's the name of the game in life. You know, you want to be successful, you want to succeed at anything that you do, you want to stay positive, you know, you want to meet your goals. And so I'm here to help you do that. So hope everybody has a good weekend. Stay safe, have fun. As always, stay prayed up, grind hard, stay humble.